Hi everybody, Lionel. Today it's a beautiful day, so I decided to invite a bunch of my friends over for a summer dinner party in my house. The first things we're gonna cook is a scallop and citrus salad with aurora dressing. And after that, I'm gonna cook a New York steak with lemon pepper and fine herb compound butter. And from the farmer market, I have green beans, garlic, and heirloom tomatoes. For dessert, I'm gonna bake an almond plum cake with fresh whipped cream. Honey, it's gonna be delicious. Hey guys, coming in? It's pretty hot outside, I don't know about you, but I'm getting thirsty. And since I'm the chef and the bartender, I'm gonna start by making a little cantaloupe and Prosecco cocktail. So the first things we're gonna do is I have here cantaloupe cubes. I'm gonna put them into a blender. A little bit of water just to keep it going. I'm gonna give it a quick buzz. That's power right there. And now we're gonna make a simple syrup. Simple syrup is always half water, half sugar. Very simple. And I'm gonna twist a few mint leaves. Lime juice, bring it to a boil. And in the meantime, I can open my Prosecco. Prosecco is the cousin of the French champagne, but I like it better than champagne because it's fresh and fruity, but don't tell the French people or I will not be able to go back home for a while. Let's put it together. A flute of champagne. Pour the cantaloupe halfway through. And a little bit of the mint syrup. It's gonna give a nice freshness. Santé! Oh, that's good. That's dangerous. I can definitely get a few of those. Now that the cocktail is made, let's start the cake. We're gonna start with all the dry ingredients. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, a half cup of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and briefly mix those together, just to introduce them very quickly. All right, let's do the wet ingredients now. In a separate bowl, I'm going to start with the zest of 1 lemon. I'm gonna also need the juice of the same lemon. I use a sieve so I don't go fishing for the seeds. 1 egg. A half cup of half and half. A half cup of vegetable oil. Everybody's in the pool, I mix them all together. And now I combine the wet with the dry. I sort of press a little bit with my spatula so it takes out all the lumps. It looks great. Now I have a spring foam pan over here. I'm gonna grease it a little bit with a little spray. I'm gonna put my mixture okay, now we're gonna cut some plums, just on a half like this. Those are delicious, and that's all juicy. I put the plums right side up like this. For my streusel, I have a 1/4 cup of almond and 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter. That's all it is. I'm gonna combine the butter with the sugar and the almonds. Sometimes it's just better to use your hand, get a little dirty there. Yeah. My first chef always tell me, use your hands, it's actually the best tool of a chef as long as they're nice and clean. I'm gonna crumble a little bit of that streusel right on the top of the cake. Little bits of sugar, butter, and almonds. Looks pretty good. Let's put them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. I cannot wait to get some of those flavor diffusing in the house. Now, a house is a house, but when you start baking in it, it really becomes your home. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, I'm gonna show you my all-time favorite scallop and citrus salad with aurora dressing. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. I love baking. I will always remember my mom putting a cake in the oven to utilize the Altair oven when we turn it on for anything. Cakes is something very important because they smelly deliver a flavor to the house that is unique. The combination of butter and sugar and flour brings you into a place that you really can call home. Now that the cake is finished, I'm gonna make a quick whipped cream. I have here heavy cream. I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar in there. Vanilla extract. This is gonna take about 5 minutes, and if you wonder why I do it this way instead of the machine, it's simply because my artistic director tell me that is better to do it by hands. Okay, perfect. I just want a little bit of the soft peaks. I'm gonna keep it pretty loose. Let's cut that cake. Oh yeah, looks beautiful. Let's give it a try. The butter, the sugar, and the almonds with a little bit of the tartness of the plums. It is delicious cake. Makes me remember home. My mom used to cook similar cake. I mean, it's nothing like baking a fresh cake right there. Hey guys, coming in. Welcome back guys, and if you just tune in, I'm Lionel and you are on What's Cooking with Lionel. So far, we made a Cantaloupe and Prosecco cocktail, and after that, we made delicious plum cake out of almonds, and now it is time to make my all-time favorite salad, the scallop and citrus salad with aurora dressing. We're gonna start the scallop salad with an orange and a grapefruit. I'm gonna peel the orange and grapefruit. And now I'm gonna detach the meat from the membrane. And I'm gonna squeeze the leftover of the juice that is still in the membrane here. I'm gonna need that juice for my aurora dressing. I'm gonna reserve that for later on. And now I'm gonna make a quick dressing for my arugula. The squeeze of 1 lemon juice. Salt and pepper. Right in the lemon juice so it can dissolve right away. And I'm gonna emulsify it with a little bit of walnut oil. The walnut oil is gonna give me a nice viscosity and a little bit of flavor. Perfect. I'm gonna put a lot of arugula salad right on the top. I don't wanna mix it right away, otherwise the arugula is gonna start to get soggy. I just wanna reserve it for later on as well. Okay, it is time to make the scallop. Look at those beautiful scallops. Now, I'm lucky enough to live in the Bay Area where scallops are beautiful, big, and plentiful. I can get it all year long. I'm gonna salt and pepper the scallops. And I'm gonna turn my pan on. To keep the pan going, I'm gonna put a little bit of vegetable oil and some butter because everything tastes better with butter. I'm gonna wait that the butter is bubbling before I put the scallop in it, so it's gonna give me a nice sear. Butter looks good. I'm gonna put my scallop in there. And count about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I want the scallop to be golden brown, but I don't want to overcook them so they stay nice and tender. They look perfect. I'm just gonna reserve them in a little service plate, and I'm gonna make my dressing right away. The pan is hot, has all the caramelization from the scallop. I'm gonna deglaze it with my grapefruit juice. A little bit of sugar, so it's gonna create a little syrup, and butter. Put a little bit of salt in there too. So it's a nice bridge between the scallop and the grapefruit. Look at this. That has the right viscosity. It's perfect. Just gonna let that butter melt inside that syrup of goodness. Now we have all the components to make that salad. Let's put it together. I'm gonna start with my grapefruit and orange. Perfect. That already looks like summer. I love those colors. I'm gonna give a quick toast on the salad. A little bit of that arugula right in the center. Look at that, it's beautiful. So fresh, love it. I'm gonna put the scallop. 3 is the perfect number. I'm gonna finish with a little bit of dill. This is my favorite herb. I mean, it's so elegant and goes so well with fish. And my aurora dressing. Let's take a bite. I feel like I'm in the terrace in south of France looking at the Mediterranean Sea. I mean, it's that good. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna show you how to make the perfect steak every time. I really love New York steak. I believe New York steak is the king of all summer steak. I will always remember when I first arrived in the United States, the flavor of the meat in this country just bring me into a place it's never been before. The taste of the grill and the delicious cowboy style steak is why I decided to make a New York steak today with my friends. Hey guys, coming in? Welcome back guys, and you know what time it is? It is steak time. So I have here a beautiful New York steak, look at that. Nice marborization, that's gonna help the steak to stay nice and moist. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on there and pepper. Just leave it like this at room temperature. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a little green beans, garlic and heirloom tomato from the farmer market. I have here boiling water. I'm gonna put a heavy amount of salt on it and immerse my green beans right in the water. In the meantime, we're gonna chop a little garlic. Look, we smashed. I'm gonna give a quick chop on the garlic. I have here some beautiful heirloom tomatoes. Look at that. Now, the first time I came in the United States, I discovered heirloom tomatoes. I never have it in France. It is so sweet and delicious. I mean, it was like rediscover a tomato for the first time. And since then, I cannot stop eating them. I'm looking forward every year that summer comes to get those sweet and juicy heirloom tomatoes. Look how beautiful they are. They come on all kinds of different colors and shape. This one has a little bit of the red in the middle. Look at that, gorgeous. I'm gonna cut it on big cubes. So good. Perfect. I'm going to flash the green beans on cold water. And that's gonna help the green beans to retain the nice green color. And now I can get my second pan going, and that's going to be for my heirloom tomato and garlic. I'm gonna start with some butter, a little bit of cumin. The cumin's gonna infuse right away with the butter and the garlic. I'm gonna let those ingredients meet each other, and I'm gonna use a wooden spoon. Just because my grandmother used to use a wooden spoon, I think food tastes better on a wooden spoon. I'm just gonna cook the garlic, infuse them with all the flavor of the cumin. I can add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and my heirloom tomatoes. The green beans go right in the pot with the rest of the ingredients. I think they're ready. I'm gonna reserve it. Let's do the steak now. And for the New York steak, I'm gonna use a cast iron pan. I'm gonna put vegetable oil and wait that it fumes. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a compound butter, and that's gonna be the perfect complement for that New York steak. So I have room temperature butter over here. I'm gonna use a little bit of fresh tarragon. Tarragon is the best friend of the steaks. Give it a quick shot. The zest of 1 lemon. Salt and pepper. I'm gonna combine everything together. Now the pan is ready. I'm gonna put the steak in. For increasing aroma, I'm gonna put some fresh thyme. Of course, why you even add a little bit of butter. Now I'm sort of just gonna roast the steak a little bit. Just let them relax for a few minutes. Now I have those delicious green beans to go with it. A little bit of the sauce on the green beans. That is just like my grandma used to cook. And also put as butter, of course, the compound butter. Melt right, I'm gonna put a little smell right on the steak. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. All right, let's give it a try. Perfect steak. Delicious. All right, I think we covered all the bases today. We made a cantaloupe and prosecco cocktail, a scallop and citrus salad with aurora dressing, a New York steak with lemon pepper and fine herb compound butter, a green beans with garlic and heirloom tomato, and for dessert, an almond plum cake and fresh whipped cream. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lionel. See you next time.
What's Cooking with Lionel intro, take 1. Slate.
I love baking. Will always make me remember my mom. She would bake a cake anytime we have something in the oven. No, it's a blizzard. I love baking. I will always remember my mom